Hello, this is Selena from My Dear Mandarin. Today, we are going to looking at some key differences between Mandarin and English. By understanding the differences between two languages could help the learning process much easier. So, let's get started! The first difference comes to the symbols. English has 26 letters. As for Mandarin Chinese, there are 37 Zhuyin symbols. But Zhuyin symbols have different concept and function to English letters. They are phonetic alphabet. The combination of symbols only gives you a basic idea of how the word is pronounced, not the actual meaning of the word. If you still have no idea of what it is, I would say the function and concept is more similar to IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, though there are still some differences. And a set of same Zhuyin combination can have up to 10 to 15 different Mandarin characters, which may all have different meanings. However, the point is, in daily life, we rarely use Zhuyin symbols, but Mandarin characters to write. But we still have to get through it first, since Zhuyin symbols can tell you how to pronounce Mandarin characters precisely. Yeah. The second difference is the tone. In English, there are stress sounds in each word, but in Mandarin, each character has a tone. There are totally 5 tones in Mandarin. For example, the Zhuyin combination me a ma. It can be ma 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 ma. And the tones in Mandarin are usually considered difficult to Mandarin learners. But don't worry, we will help you to get through it. Third, Mandarin characters. Mandarin can be written both from top to bottom and left to right. Well, with English, it's only from left to right. Also, from Mandarin characters, you could actually guess the meaning of it from looking at the figure of it. Because a big chunk of Mandarin characters are pictograms. For example, the door, 门. You can see the character looks like an actual door. Or the character for mountain, 山, well, it just looks like actual mountains. The last difference between Mandarin and English is obviously the grammar and structure. For example, in English, when you're talking about names, the order is your first name and then follow your last name, like Ann Lee. But in Mandarin, it's exactly the opposite, like Li, An. Okay? And also, there are no verb tenses in Mandarin. For example, we say, I went to the park yesterday. Well, in Mandarin, we'll say, 我昨天去公园. Word for word translation is, I yesterday go to the park. As you can see, Mandarin uses time phrases instead of verb tenses to indicate when an action took place. The position of the time phrase is also different. In English, it's typically at the end of the sentence, but in Mandarin, it's common that it's at the front of the sentence. Though there are many differences in grammar, I would say the good news is that Mandarin grammar is much easier than English and many other languages. Okay, it's time to wrap up for today's video. Though there are still a lot of differences between Mandarin and English. Well, if you found any other differences, you're welcome to comment below and discuss with us. And if you're into learning Mandarin, you've just found the right place to be. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more weekly Mandarin content. This is for today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye, 再见.